Okay, grade 8. This is lesson number 59. Les 59. Ons is nog steeds besig met ons vriend Pythagoras. Wat sê die stelling van Pythagoras? Let's repeat in Afrikaans and then in English. Wat sê die stelling van Pythagoras? In 'n reghoekige driehoek is die vierkant op die skuinsy, onthou jy hom, gelyk aan die som van die vierkante op die twee ander twee sye. As jy dit heeltyd in jou gedagte het, daai sketsie wat ons geteken het, hierdie groot vierkante hierso, groot vierkant hierso, groot vierkant hierso, en dan daai bymekaar getel hierdie ene gee. Nie 18 is 12 plus 6 nie. Not 18 is 12 plus 6. The whole complete thing in English is, for the theorem of Pythagoras, in a right-angled triangle, the square on the hypotenuse side, if you see it, is equal to the sum of the squares on the other two sides. So, dit ons nou gesê, maar as ek dan nou nie 'n skynsy soek nie, dan gaan dit altyd 'n aftreksom wees. As ek die skynsy soek, is dit die som. As ek een van die ander sien, is dit 'n aftreksom. If it's the hypotenuse you're looking for, it's the sum of the other two sides. If it's not the hypotenuse you're looking for, it's going to be a minus sum, hypotenuse minus that one. First things first, jy moet eers altyd sê, S is 90 grade. That's your ticket to get into Pythagoras. Not Pythagoras, this is given. Reason? Given. Die rede, dis gegee dat dit 90 is. Nou mag jy Pythagoras gebruik om vir PS te kry, but it's not PS, it's PS square. Remember, Pythagoras is all about the squares on the sides. The squares on the side. As daar een ding is wat in jou kop moet onthou, is daai eerste dag wat ons daai driehoek geteken het met die squares, die vierkante op die ander sye. Dat ek moet tel die vierkante bymekaar gee vir jou hierdie ene. The first time we did that big triangle and we sketched all these squares, this square is equal to the sum of those squares. So just nooit net PS nie, it's always square. So PS square would be the hypotenuse, PR square, minus RS square. Nie andersom nie, you don't have a choice, you can't swap them around. It has to be the hypotenuse first, and then the right angled side. Eers die skuinsy en dan die reghoek sy. Ons noem dit 'n skuinsy en 'n reghoek sye. And the reason is, don't forget Pythagoras. So when you substitute it in, dan is PR se kwadraat 18 se kwadraat minus 12 square. You can put it in brackets. Please don't use the centimeters because you make mistakes if you use the centimeters. Calculator. So it's going to be 18 square, which is 324 minus 144, which gives me 180. Dis die antwoord vir PS kwadraat. That is the answer for PS square. So, write down the theorem, write down the substitution, werk elke enetjie uit, give me the answer, and now eventually I'm going to say square root on either side. As jy gaan vierkants wortel om die kwadraat weg te kry, vierkants wortel om die kwadraat weg te kry, dan gaan jy kry PS is gelyk aan. En nou word die vraag gesê, skryf jou antwoord in wortelvorm. Now the answer here is 13.41. How do I get it into root form? I'm supposed to go with 180. I'm supposed to do that thing that you were taught right in the beginning. Toe ons met wortels besig was, toe ons vir jou gesê jy moet hierdie ding in wortelvorm kan los. Dan het jy gesê, wel, 2 gaan in 90 keer. 2 goes into 180 90 times. 2 goes into that 45 times. 3 goes into that 15. 3 gaan weer 5 keer en 5 gaan daaruit 1 keer, sodat jy kan sê, binne jou sommetjie, I'm going to do it here. So if I have root 180, I'm going to put it over there. If I have root 180, I've actually got 2 square times 3 square times 5. Wat beteken hierdie 2 en die kwadraat kanselleer mekaar uit. Die kwadrate kanselleer mekaar uit en dan bly 3 oor. En daai wortel 5 bly in sy worteltjie. So that your answer is 6 root 5. Now to help you, go and tell yourself what is 6 root 5. I have written it wrong. And it gives me 13.141. Die vraag het gesê losom in wortelvorm. How many marks would you have lost if you wrote here 13.41? You would have lost 1 mark. It should have been 6 root 5. Now, if you go to your calculator, and I put mine on the wrong thing there, and I say root 180, it gives me 6 root 5. Jou sakrekenaar sal reg wees. My sakrekenaar was op statistieke, toe ek nou kyk, toe sien ek maar hy vat hom dadelik na desimale toe. En as jy daar druk decimal, you'll get that answer, which is right, but they asked for it in third form. So just a little bit of revision from long time ago when you did this and got the prime factors of 180, which I taught you to do with the calculator. You can also do it that way. So this would be hersiening. Jy hoef dit nie elke keer so te doen nie. So it's not necessary. You just take your calculator and put in 180 square root and it gives you 6 root 5. And I'm not writing 13.41 because the question said write it in third form. So ek los hom in wortelvorm. Okay, question number 6 was a combination sum of the Pythagoras. So dubbele sommetjie, want hoeveel driehoeke sien jy? How many triangles do you see? There are 2. In which triangle do I have information enough to start with Pythagoras? In this bottom one, I only have one side. In hierdie onderste ene is daar net een sy. Daar's nie genoeg inligting nie. Wat moet ek hê vir Pythagoras? 2 sye. Afhangend van watter 2 sye is dit 'n plus of anders is dit 'n minsom. Depending on the 2 sides you have to have, you're going to have a plus sum for Pythagoras or a minus sum, but you have to have 2 sides. And hierdie een het ek 2 sye, so I'll have to start with the top triangle. And that's also what they asked me to do first. I'm going to get PR, but not in this bottom triangle, in this top triangle, because I have enough information. Kan jy sien hoe jy die situasie moet analyseer? You analyze what you've got in front of you so that you know where to start from. So you're going to start in that top triangle where I'm going to work out PR squared. Again, you have to say, listen, Q is 90 given. That is why I can work with Pythagoras. And what does Pythagoras say? PR squared. Is that now the hypotenuse side or not? In this triangle, it's not the hypotenuse side. And hierdie driehoekie is hy die skynsy. Yes, it's the hypotenuse side in the top triangle. It is a hypotenuse side for the top triangle. It is a right angle side for the bottom triangle. Hierdie PR is die skynsy van daai driehoek, maar hy is nie die skynsy van hierdie driehoek nie. Daar sit die skynsy van die onderste driehoek. Okay. So if I'm looking for the slant side, hypotenuse side, it's going to be the sum of the squares on the other 2 sides, which are QR and QP. Maak dit saak watter een jy eers skryf. No, it doesn't matter which one you write first if it's a plus. So I'm substituting PR square is 6 and 4, and again, you can write the centimeters in there, but you don't have to, and I made a mistake. At the end, I should have written centimeters. Gaan net terug. Daar moet centimeters by staan aan die einde, aangesien die som in centimeters was. If they don't give anything, you don't have to give anything. If they give meters, you give meters for the lengths of the sides. So as ek die sye soek, gaan alles nou in centimeters wees. Goed, so ek skryf die centimeter hierby, maar die einde moet dit bykom. So PR kwadraat is dan 36 plus 16. So PR kwadraat is 52. So PR is root 52. En wortel van 52 gee vir my 2 wortel 13, which is 2 root 13 centimeters. En dan met ander woorde op my skets, dit wat ek uitgevind het, that which I found out myself, everything now is in pencil. What I found out, I write in another color so that I can see. In the bottom triangle, now, in triangle PRS, I'm now going to work out this side. This is again the hypotenuse side. Hierdie is die skynsy van die onderste driehoek, want hy sit teenoor die 90 grade. hook. How do I know where the hypotenuse is? It's opposite the 90-degree angle. So I'm looking for the hypotenuse again. In a right angle triangle, so I have to say P is 90 given, gegee. Voordat ek kan sê, hoor hier is Pythagoras se beurt. I'm going to say that R is the hypotenuse, side squared, is equal to the sum of the other two sides. Die skynsy se kwadraat is die som van die ander twee se kwadrate, PR en PS. Any order, doesn't matter. So met ander woorde, R is kwadraat, gee dan vir my PR, het ek mos nou net uitgewerk, is the 2 root 13 that I'm going to square. Of jy kan selfs teruggegaan het en gesê dit was wortel 52. I could have written root 52 or then 2 root 13 plus PS, which was 8. En nou gaan ek na my sakrekenaar toe nou. Think of how a teacher just knows that it's 52 because it's actually that root 52, and if I square it, it's just going to be 52. Calculator will give you 52 as well. En daai antwoord is 64. So that my answer for R is square, R is kwadraat, is dan 116. Dan vat ek weer my sakrekenaar en ek kry vierkantswortel van 116 en dit gee vir my 2 wortel 29. Now it's RS, not R is squared anymore. Hoe het jy by die antwoord uitgekom? To get to the answer, you've got a square root. Square root. Then you get to your answer. Om by die antwoord uit te kom, moet jy dit gaan vierkants wortel en vierkants wortel. And that's how you get to your answer in centimeters again. Goed.